Hi, I'm student meteorologist Robert Zott, and this is your look at the weather right now here in Tallahassee. You can see a live look at Doak Campbell Stadium, always beautiful as ever. You can see a nice sunset serenading the top of the stadium, currently 56 degrees and sunny, winds coming from the south at 9 miles per hour. So pretty nice day to come out, walk outside, and come home to FSU from all of you coming back from break. Current temps, you can see it's nice in the 50s for most of the region, 56 in Bainbridge, 56 here in Tallahassee, a little bit cooler up near Valdosta where it is 51 degrees. On the radar, nothing too much to talk about. We have a high pressure system up near Jacksonville. It's keeping any rain from us right now, but we are looking at maybe some rain and showers coming in later, but it is a clear condition for us. You can see high pressure, sun, and we do have a little bit of a stalled stationary front down near Miami. Tonight's top stories, you can see somewhat warmer conditions continue tomorrow. The transfer showers return overnight, and a drier and cooler region is on tap for the region. So pretty nice weather here. We're going to look at it all on your edition of FSU Weather that starts right now.
Happy Thursday, January 14th, Seminoles. It was an awesome one out there today. The sunshine was scintillating, the sky was clear, there was no pesky clouds, and temperatures made it up into the 60s, so finally something to get excited about. As I've always said, those snowbirds may even want to go into the pool and sunbathe if they're especially used to cold temperatures. I know a lot of people are coming back from north, and we wish everyone a good semester here at Tallahassee. We have quite a lot on store today. We have a cold front coming into the region as shown in the overview. There will be some showers, maybe a quarter of inch of rain possible. And we'll have a fun fact about some blizzards today. You'll learn something about there. And fun fact, it doesn't have to snow for it to be a blizzard. Stay tuned. You'll find out exactly what the criteria is for the blizzard. And overall, we'll look at that 7-day forecast, of course, including your NFL playoffs. A lot of forecasting with issues with snow and wind might impact some of the games. So we'll see which team benefits, what weather benefits which team. It should be very exciting to find out. It's awesome today in the studio. We have lots of people. We have social distance masks, so under 10 people, but it's good to have weathercasters and future people in the show here. So it's a very exciting day for us. I hope everyone had a good day coming back from traffic. Hopefully that it was light. And overall, it should be a very good time in Tallahassee. Like I said, just do bring an umbrella tomorrow morning. We might see some showers and increasing cloudiness taking over into the area, and it's just to clear out by this weekend. Saturday, Sunday looking clear, a little bit chilly. Highs returning back into the 50s and lows in the 30s again. So definitely want to bring a jacket, but it should be nice. And now we're going to send it over to the wall segment with Maddie.
Awesome. Thank you, Hayden. I'm so happy to be back. This is my first broadcast in quite some time. And look at this. We've got a beautiful sunset over Doak Campbell to kick off the night for us. Currently 56 degrees. It was a little warmer today. Finally time to get outside. We saw a nice break in the clouds, and we're going to see that continue into the evening and tomorrow morning. Right now across the board, we're looking at mid to upper 50s. For most of the Big Bend area, we are seeing some higher temperatures in places like Madison, and down towards the Gulf, we have St. Mark's at 58 degrees. So pretty even across the board for current temperatures right now. Dew points, it's been dry, thankfully, although it has been cloudy. And that's seen most across the area right now, mid-40s. The dew point is my favorite thing to talk about because that's exactly what you feel outside. The lower the temperature, the drier the conditions. So although it was a little chillier out this week, it was nice and dry for us. Tallahassee radar right now shows that there is nothing in the area. All those clouds finally moved out of the way, and we're going to see a clear radar tonight and into tomorrow morning before that cold front comes through that Hayden was talking about earlier. So definitely take advantage of that tonight and get outside while you can. Our future radar, this is the cold front that Hayden was mentioning. We're going to see that push through the area tomorrow morning and finally out by tomorrow late evening. So if tomorrow's the day you're planning on going out, dress accordingly, maybe bring an umbrella. And we're going to see that clear out by the beginning of the weekend, so there won't be any rain in the forecast. Tonight's low, we are going to dip back down into the low 50s, starting to get chilly once again. As we get lower towards the Gulf, we see Carabel at 58, Apalachicola in the upper 50s, so they're a little bit warmer due to the moisture from the Gulf coming in. Tomorrow's highs, even though it is going to be rainy, we're still going to get up into the 60s. Thankfully, we might even get up maybe 61 if we're lucky. but rainy across much of the region due to that cold front coming in. But it'll be a nice change to today's and this past week's very dry weather that we've been seeing. Tonight in Tallahassee, low of 52. That's around 11 p.m. We might see that dip a little bit lower just before the sun rises tomorrow. Sky is clearing with winds out of the south-southwest at 3 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning, like mentioned, we're going to be talking about this a lot today on the show, is that cold front coming through. Morning rain with winds out of the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. The week ahead, we're going to see that rain finally move out of the area by tomorrow afternoon, and then sunny for the rest of the week ahead. We're looking at mid to upper 50s, so it's going to be nice and warm for us. Take one last look at that 7A. I'm going to pass it off to Riley for a look at Florida.
Well, as you said, it was a very sunny day here that works well with the name Sunshine State for Florida. And if we take a look at our current temperatures out there across the peninsula, we can see we're in the upper 60s farther south as we get up towards the Panhandle. Some temperatures are down into the 50s there now that we're losing that daytime heating as the sun is going down. And our dew points, you know, of course, we have those greens in the southern portions of the peninsula. That is showing we have some wetter air down in the south, up towards the Panhandle in North Florida. We see those browns really indicating the drier weather there. Now, we can see why it's pretty dry right now. We have a high pressure system just sitting over our area right now, and that is really causing sinking air, which is making for not much in terms of cloud cover in the sky today, which was very nice considering the clouds we have seen lately. We do have a stalled out front, not producing much precipitation in portions of South Florida, but you might get a sprinkle or two there. I doubt it though, and as we take a look at portions of Central Florida, pretty much the same thing, not much in terms of precipitation or rain. Now in North Florida, same story, nice and dry there. If you want to go out for a walk in places like Lake City or Jacksonville, you should be in for a nice one today. Not as cold as it's been lately. Luckily, we got in on a little bit of a warmer day today. And as we take a look at the Panhandle, same story, not much in terms of precipitation right now. However, we do have a cold front that is on its way tomorrow. Unfortunately, if you liked this warmer weather and the drier weather today, we're going to see the rain start to move in as we head into the early afternoon hours, getting out of here by tomorrow evening in portions of the Panhandle, but that wet weather is going to stick around tomorrow evening into tomorrow night in more southern portions of the state. Now, if we take a look at tomorrow's highs, we can see that we can tell where the front is essentially going to end up as we head into tomorrow. Those greener colors show cooler temperatures for tomorrow's highs. Here in Tallahassee, we're expected to get up into the 60s, barely though. And as we head down to places like Tampa, where we're going to see this front pretty much end up, as we head into the day tomorrow, a little warmer at 71 degrees, and as we head down into Miami, up at 74 degrees. So still going to be waiting on that front to come through in places like Miami as we head into tomorrow evening. And again, we definitely are in for a very nice, cool day tomorrow. Average high temperature this time of year is around 66 in Tallahassee. So with that, we're going to go send things off to Robert, who has a little bit about blizzards for us at the desk.
Yes, thank you for that, Riley. We're here at the blizzard desk talking about, well, you guessed it, blizzards. Well, what is a blizzard? You might hear that term thrown around quite a lot, particularly in the north and northeast, where they talk about, there's a lot of snow coming down, it must be a blizzard. Well, actually, there are specific criteria that a storm must meet for it to be called a blizzard. First of all, you must have strong and sustained winds, and primarily of all, of 35 miles per hour. Now, this actually means that you don't necessarily need a lot of snowfall coming on, and in fact, as Hayden said earlier, I'll make that fact a little more fun. Due to the fact that it's mostly wind-based, you actually don't need snow falling to have a blizzard. It can be called a ground blizzard if you have snow coming in and lifted up by these strong winds of 35 miles per hour or more. So these can create, of course, as you've probably heard of, pretty bad driving conditions. Visibility can be reduced to maybe even up to a quarter mile or more, or less, excuse me, and it can occur over quite a long time of up to maybe even 3 hours. Now, this can bring pretty bad driving conditions, even to what we call up to a whiteout. Now, what that is essentially when you're driving, you have basically no features that you can see around you because the snow is just falling so hard and the wind is blowing so fast that basically all you see around you is white, hence the term whiteout. So this can, of course, create bad driving conditions, which is why it's advised when there's a blizzard, if you don't have to drive at all, please stay home. Now, why are we talking about a blizzard, of course? As you can see here up on the national radar, you can see that low system up near Minnesota. Now, that's obviously going to create a situation where we have a lot of snow falling over that area. And of course, it's one of two ingredients we need. Now we just need a lot of wind, and very high winds are expected over that area around the Dakotas, into Iowa, and even into Missouri and that area of the Nebraska. We can have winds of up to 50 miles per hour. So now you can see why we're so concerned about this area and why blizzard warnings are actually in effect for this region going into Friday night. So we have actually blizzard warnings, 2 to 6 inches of snow possible over the Dakotas and into Iowa. A little bit of heavier snow actually possible over Wisconsin and Minnesota. That actually goes back to our terminology about a blizzard. You don't need necessarily a lot of heavy snow to have a blizzard conditions, just high winds, and that is what they will be having. So if you are in that area of the northern Great Plains, make sure to be very cautious when you're driving over these next few days and stay safe. Now we'll be passing things over to the wall with Hayden.
Yes, thank you, Robert. Wow, that is crazy. Whiteout conditions driving. Definitely don't want to be there. Up into Iowa and Minneapolis for sure, and even South Dakota. Definitely very, very dangerous weather. You want to keep safe. And it's a Chicago and St. Louis. Looks like a little bit more rain base on the southern side, that low pressure. But definitely we don't want to see that heavy snowfall and whiteout conditions. Those are the most dangerous conditions on the road, and you want to avoid at all costs. Who's not talking about a blizzard? Probably the Keys. I bet Key West is having a good time. Some sunset, some nice blue water. Tallahassee, kind of the similar thing, but a little bit cooler, to say the least, in the region. Overall, nothing too much popping up. Although, do note, if you look to the north, you see some showers. And this cold front will probably start to fill in very quickly with some rain. Nothing severe, but we definitely can anticipate a line of showers moving through the area. Speaking of some rain, looks like we have some showers around the Boston area through Hartford. Maybe even a bit of snow mixing in with some of those cooler temperatures, of course. So definitely something to keep an eye out. Also maybe some lake effect rain/snow on the Cape. You can never rule that out if the wind switches. So definitely don't take your boat out into the Cape right now. Very hazardous conditions. And of course the main weather event, Des Moines, Omaha, just getting out of that snow. The blizzard conditions are there. This low pressure is going to have some very strong winds. And that's what Robert was talking about. Those conditions are really imminent for blizzards. And in St. Louis, of course, we have that line moving through with showers, probably that cold front. And we may have to watch also from winter precipitation on the backside, of course. But overall, nothing too crazy for St. Louis. This, on the other hand, is a different story. If you just look at this band over this is probably over 2 hours or so. This band is not moving, so we're going to have some accumulating snowfall right on I-29. Definitely don't want to be out there. Same thing with Waterloo. You can kind of see that snow starting to fill in as the day gets later on. Definitely some dangerous conditions. Minneapolis, looks like that snow is starting to taper off, but there's still some snow off to the south in Rochester, and of course down in Sioux Falls. So overall, this is a messy situation. That low pressure probably occluded, just hanging around, bringing some snow and some unwanted moist conditions, maybe some raw conditions. And this will probably swing a cold front down into our region again on that backside of that low. But overall, the big picture, definitely warm in the south, generally cool conditions in the north, and particularly warm out in the southwest Los Angeles, relatively speaking, for this time of the year. Dew points very low. Temperature of 2 in Albuquerque for dew point, 5 for that dew point, and 46 in New Orleans at the moist spot, and Florida, of course. So definitely some moisture around for tomorrow for some showers, but still very, very dry, so not expecting severe weather. Like, as this model shows, that low will become occluded, not moving much, bringing some heavy snowfall and conditions, and maybe some thunderstorms into the Boston area. And this will, of course, be dragging that cold front along with us. So for that future radar, definitely might see some lake effect snow with that northwest wind on the backside, some severe weather, some heavy rain possible, might be some very severe conditions that you feel like, probably not meeting the criteria from the Storm Prediction Center, and some snowfall maybe even down to Tennessee. So that is going to be our cast there. Now we're going to bring it over into Robert and see what he has to say.
Right, thank you, Hayden. We're looking at our local conditions here in Tallahassee. You can see that we are watching this cold front coming into Tallahassee right now. And, excuse me here. We are watching, of course, the cold front coming in for our weather coming in later. That is going to be the main story for our weather right now. But a live look, you can see this beautiful sunset down here of Doak Campbell Stadium. Currently 56 degrees and sunny, so winds coming from the south at 9 miles per hour. Current local temperatures are going to be pretty nice for most of you guys. You can see it's down to 54 in Apalachicola, a little bit warmer up in Donaldsonville at 56, and of course 56 here in the metro. But of course, not a lot of weather going on along with these nice temperatures, so a really nice day to go out and walk. You can see these awesome dew points for us here, pretty dry for most of us. A little bit wetter down by Apalachicola, where it is 49, but of course, those dry conditions all around make it a really nice day for all of us to go and walk. You can see these radars around here just showing basically nothing right now, but you can see this cold front coming in, having this line of storms. Not expected to be severe, but will definitely dampen your Friday conditions as they go into the afternoon. Those clouds sort of moving through and creating these wetter conditions. So get any errands you need done today or Saturday, because Friday is probably not the day to be doing anything. But tonight in Tallahassee, 52 degrees, sky is clearing, wind from the south-southwest at about 3 miles per hour. So again, a beautiful night for us tonight. Nothing really to be terribly concerned about as we're going into tomorrow when we have a lot of storms. Dog walk forecast, you can see quite a bit of rain and showers and storms. 56 degrees, we are going to clear up as we get into the afternoon. 55 to 59 degrees, so it's going to be a pretty beautiful day to walk your dog if you're into that kind of thing. Now we're going into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You can see pretty nice and sunny for us all here. But those rainy conditions are, of course, going to dry out as we have 90% chance of rain on Friday. We are watching, of course, however, at the end of the week, you can see 20% chance of rain on Wednesday and 40% on Thursday. So we may have a weather pattern that might give us a little bit of rain again. So we're going to need to watch that, of course. But right now, it is a little bit on the far outside. So enjoy these absolutely beautiful sunny conditions we have here going all the way from Saturday to Tuesday. Maybe a scattered cloud here in Tallahassee on Sunday. But look at those absolutely beautiful highs and lows going from the 60s to the 50s and not even getting below freezing, maybe touching freezing Sunday night. But obviously beautiful conditions here in Tallahassee. So now I'm going to pass things off to Riley at the sports desk.
Well, Robert, that nice sunny weather is definitely something I'm looking forward to after we get through this cold front tomorrow. But something that people might want some sun for is football games. Well, let's see what we have here for you for your NFL playoff divisional round forecast. Our first game up here is Rams at the Packers in Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And that will kick off at 4:35 p.m. on Saturday evening. So right before sunset, we're going to have temperatures in the mid to low 30s in Wisconsin there. As we head throughout the game, the temperature is going to go down a little bit, although we will have some cloudy conditions, only expecting the temperature to dip into the upper 20s as we head into the end of the game at 8:30. Now, another game where we have some more interesting weather going on is going to be the next one, which is the Ravens at Bills. So this is going to be in Buffalo, New York, and look at that, guys. We've got some snow in the forecast. Snow and football go great together. It makes, a different atmosphere that you really definitely enjoy. At least I do. I could always go for some football and snow. It adds on that little extra thing like snow on Christmas morning, if you ask me. But it's going to be snowing at 8:15 p.m. when the kickoff of the game occurs. And temperatures are going to be in the mid-30s. We're still going to be seeing some snow there. But as we head throughout the game, halftime around 10:30 p.m., starting to see the temperatures dip below freezing. That snow continues as you head home from the game at around midnight there. So now heading into our Sunday games, we have our first one, Buccaneers at Saints. That's going to be in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. So this game will be indoors, but if you're getting to the game, leaving from the game, temperatures are going to be in the mid-50s throughout the evening there. That kickoff is at 6:40, and the game there ends at around 10:30 you can expect there. Now for our final game this week, we're going to have it be Browns at Chiefs. This is probably the one I'm most excited for, guys. We have a 3:05 p.m. kickoff there in Kansas City, Missouri. And temperatures are going to start off in the 40s before the sun goes down. We start to see those temperatures dip into the upper to mid-30s as we head throughout the game. And by the time we're heading home, will be in the 30s there. So definitely a lot of interesting games this upcoming weekend. Feel free to tweet us at FSU Weather which games you're most excited for. If you love watching football with some snow, definitely hit us up with that, and we will really appreciate that for you guys. Now we're going to head things off to our next segment, which, let me get a look at it here. It's for the Southeast. So if you want a little bit more of a regional forecast, then a little farther out than Florida, Maddie has that for us now. Maddie?
Awesome. Thank you, Riley. Well, for those of you who are football fans, it sounds like the perfect weekend is coming up for you all. For those of us here in the Southeast, we're going to take a quick look at the current local temperatures. Like mentioned earlier, those temperatures are going to start dropping now that the sun has begun to set. 67, a little bit warmer in New Orleans. 56 in Tallahassee. We're going to see some cooler temperatures as we get further north. 57 in Montgomery, 54 up in Nashville. The dew points, like I mentioned earlier, is my favorite thing to talk about because this is what we're feeling right now, a little moist in New Orleans. Still not too bad, 46 degrees, a dew point temperature of 44 in Tallahassee. And once again, as we get further north, those dew points begin to drop, meaning temperatures begin to get even drier. Our wind speeds right now, we're seeing a nice breeze coming off the coast for much of the Gulf of Mexico. 9 miles per hour for New Orleans, 9 for Tallahassee. I do want to point out the stronger gusts that we're going to see further west, 22 miles per hour up in Little Rock, and that's due to the front that will be coming in to the area later tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. Our regional radar, still pretty dry across the area. We did talk about that snowstorm that's all the way up north, but right now for the southeast, fairly dry. So enjoy tonight while you can before tomorrow begins to get rainy. Zooming into South Florida right now, we do have some spotty showers maybe on the southern part of the southern Key West and southern part of Florida and into possibly Miami, but that's going to continue to move out of the area before tomorrow. We're going to bring it up a little bit north along 75 and into the Panhandle. Dry conditions, surprise, surprise, what we've been seeing today and honestly for the most of the week, and that's going to continue later tonight and into tomorrow morning before that front comes through. We're going to move it a little bit more to the west, and we're going to talk about Louisiana, portions of Texas and Mississippi. Still nothing much to talk about, pretty dry across the area, maybe some spotty showers along the coast, but nothing really to write home about. It's going to be a great evening out there. Once again, highlighting the important part of what we've been talking about today along the show was that cold front moving through, and our future radar shows that by 6:23, roughly tomorrow evening, that's going to be off the coast and into mid to southern Florida. So if tomorrow night is the night to go out for you, you'll be good to go by 6 p.m. Tonight's lows, we're going to dip down a little bit lower tonight, 45 for Tallahassee. That actually changed from the beginning of the show, so it's going to get a little bit cooler. And then as we get into southern Florida, we're going to see those temperatures maybe in the mid-low 50s and even in the low 60s for Miami. I definitely wish I was down there. For those of you north in the southeast area, we're going to see 43 for Montgomery, 42 for Atlanta. Friday in the southeast, tomorrow we're going to start off the weekend with that rain moving through the area, 60 for Tallahassee. But after that front moves in, you can see much of the western portion of the southeast area. We're seeing sunny conditions, 61 with sun and 53 in Jackson with sunny conditions as well. We're going to see that all of these conditions kind of push over into our area later tomorrow evening. Now take one last look at the Friday in the southeast. It's going to be a great weekend for us coming up despite that rain tomorrow. So definitely grab your umbrella as you walk out the door. I'm going to pass things over to Hayden for the last look at the local.
Thank you, Maddie. Definitely a chilly look into the southeast that we're going to be seeing. I know. Sorry about that. That is my mistake. I'm not used to having this mic. All right, so 56 degrees right now. That sun is setting over Doak Campbell Stadium. That wind is coming out of the south of 9 miles per hour. As Maddie alluded to, that wind will pick up ahead of that front. And we can expect some showers overnight and into tomorrow morning. But right now, it is looking very clear. Nothing along I-10, Panama City. It is sunny outside, and it's feeling pretty good. It's still a little bit chilly for January standards. But overall, I think it's a much welcome change that everyone's looking from those dreary, really moist conditions that will be coming in overnight again, but at least we have it for the temporary. So looking at our future radar, it looks like our main line of rain is be coming around 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So definitely if you have work or if you drop the kids off to school, make sure you take a little bit of time because the roads might be a little bit slower, a little bit more slick. So just keep an eye on that. But look at that, 6:25 by Friday, around your rush hour, coming back out. In the afternoon, we're going to be sunny out. Any Friday night plans are going to be looking fine. Just bring a jacket because it's going to be a little bit chilly. Tomorrow's highs, 60 degrees for the most part, and maybe some upper 50s in Georgia. I do think this forecast is a little misleading because there will be lots of numerous sunshine in the afternoon and showers in the morning. So do take this forecast accordingly. Showers in the morning. Afternoon is going to be quite sunny. And that is what's seen here. If you have a dog, especially a Labrador Retriever, they're very active. I knew that from my sister watching it this afternoon. 55 degrees in the noontime, 59 at 3 p.m. So make sure you take your dog out. Maybe not in the morning. They don't like to be wet just as much as we don't like to be wet. I think that's a trend we'll like to see there. So anyways, Friday, 61, low 45. And then if we look at these numerous lows, 36 degrees, 32, hitting that freezing mark Saturday night into Sunday morning. Definitely a good time to use the bonfire, eat some s'mores again. And our lows will continue to stay in the upper 30s for the most part. Finally warming up a little bit by Thursday. But for our forecast and for FSU students, you don't need to bring umbrella. It's going to be sunny conditions, a 20% chance of rain on Wednesday, and then Thursday, maybe some showers coming in with the next front. But overall, we'll take it. Now we're going to bring over the Maddie in the closing desk.
Thank you, Hayden. Well, we talked a lot on this show about many different things. We talked about that front coming through tomorrow morning for the southeast, and we talked a little bit about blizzards. So definitely a lot to take in for these past 30 minutes. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to take one little look once again at the 7-day, and we're going to really point out those temperatures that we're going to be seeing throughout the week. Once that front continues to move in tomorrow, we're going to see those temperatures begin to rise a little bit over the next few days for a sunny weekend ahead. Now, later this next week, we're going to be seeing those temperatures kind of stay in the low 60s, even mid 60s as we get throughout the week. Now, as Hayden mentioned earlier, we're going to take one quick glance at those low temperatures. Even though we do have sunny skies, that doesn't mean that the temperature will not dip below 40. We're going to see the freezing temperature point Saturday into Sunday. So dress up and bundle up if you're going out over the weekend, and take in that sunshine while you can before the next potential front could come in Wednesday, Thursday. Main point of interest, though, is tomorrow, beginning of the weekend. We're looking at a 90% chance of rain in the morning, but like we mentioned earlier, that'll be moving out of the area before tomorrow afternoon. With the blizzard conditions that we're seeing earlier, send in those pictures if you're up there, and follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.fsu, and also on Facebook. Go ahead and shoot us a like, and as always, tune in at 6 p.m. to watch us live on YouTube at FSU Weather. And go ahead and send those pictures in as well to FSU Weather on Instagram, and we will definitely tag you in our stories. From all of us here at FSU Weather, thank you so much for joining us. It's been such a pleasure to be back in the studio with you guys. And I'm so happy to be back. We were just talking a little bit earlier about how much we love giving you all the weather. As always, go Noles. I'm student meteorologist Maddie Seiler. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.